Good morning, church. I wish to take this opportunity to thank you so much for continuing to be patient with us. I'll give us a brief on what we have been up to between the year 2022-2023. Brigade is formed on 4 pillars. We usually work on 4 areas. We work on the physical, we work on the education, we work on spiritual, and we work on social. Under physical, we have what we call drills. Hiyo ndio tunaonanga tukifanya marching. We have camps, we have games and sports. Under spiritual, we build our children in terms of character. We teach them positive values through Christian education. We give our children some responsibilities to do, like the two kids that you have seen us appoint. Then we have the monthly fellowship for the children. Under education, we teach them a few crafts. We do catering, that is in the home science, and environmental protection. Social service, we do networking, we teach them first aid, and we teach them home care. I'll give us now a few activities that we have had for the year 2022-2023. The first thing is on badge work classes. This happens every Sunday between 9:30 and 10:45. So far, we've had 2 commissionings. Commissioning is what we call what we add on the badges of the children, individual children. It differs, every child has at their own level. And this time we have done it in April, where we had 70 children and 11 officers were commissioned. Spiritual matters, we've held a few fellowships for the year so far. We've gone to Elder Samohende, who's our patron. We've gone to Safanon, we have had Sagisheros, and we have also gone to our chair Sambai. We do this every fortnight, every 4 months. Celebrations, the first one that we had a Christmas party that we had on 4th. We also had Ndongo's wedding, which was in Nakuru, officiated by our Reverend and graced by Reverend Maingi as well. We went for Madam Tabitha's mom send-off in Nakuru again. And also we've had a retreat in Naivasha last week. We have also been privileged to hold a guard of honor for a few of our elders who had a retirement party. That was Elder Caroline Gonjiri's retirement party. We also went to PCA Wendani to grace the ceremony of the retirement party of Elder Mrs. Geshero, who is our captain's wife. We've also had recently Elder Isaac Misheni's retirement party. It's also the duty of the brigade to welcome the moderator whenever he visits, which we did on 29th of January this year, thanks to SPA and in the Thanksgiving ceremony of SPA. Audits, benchmarks, and strategic plan implementations. We've performed well, we are grateful. We've always scored between 80 and 94%. And this year we hope to do better, thanks to Elder Isaac Misheni. Income generating reports. The group has been guaranteed the plot next to SPJS to design a top-class garden for the church. We will involve the children in this implementation, and if you feel you have a few ideas, you can always give them to us. We've had 2 presbytery events, the annual Children's Ministers Conference, which was in Mombasa, and Madam Tabitha was sent to represent the group. We've also had another conference in April, 26th to 29th, where Madam Catherine and Victor attended. Teens Ministry, this is a very important ministry so far. This is under the capable hands of Madam Gladys, commonly known as Madam G. We have 22 children so far. This is between ages 14 to 19, the high schoolers. So if you have a child in that category, please see Madam Gladys so that she can register that for you. So far, we also have the band. We are very grateful we have great talent in this band, led by Sir Jeremy, who's done a really good job in continuously improving talents at SPA, SPJS, Church School, and the Brigade children, and also at the orchestra. This year, he's led a team, and they'll be competing in the national levels later on in the month. So we wish him well, and we hope he performs even better. We also note that the church has continuously added instruments during the year, and so far we are well equipped, though we hope that they also do even much better. We had a sports day that was held on 29th of May this year at the SPA grounds in collaboration with the Sunday school. Upcoming events, We have an annual camp, which we'll be calling the children shortly in August. We have an NCO training. NCO are the non-commissioned officers between the ages of 14 and 18. We have Basic 1, Basic 2, refresher course, and a patrons course in August as well. The Brigade Week. This week was launched on 29th of July by our chaplain, Reverend John Calvin, at 8:25 in the school tent. The theme for this year is choosing to do right, 2 Kings 22 and verse 2. On Tuesday, the officers went to Treeside Special School in Kasarani for the mentally challenged children, where we gave them a few supplies from the church, and we also shared the word with them. The climax of the week is today, of course, and we really, really appreciate your presence, and we feel highly honored. During the year, we've had a few challenges. The first challenge being that the school holiday breaks are very short, and most activities happen during this time. We've had an issue with storage of our equipment. The storage facilities had not been allocated. Sometimes the hospitality is to let us down, noting that we have kids who need a few supplies. And also the men officers are still few. As you can see, we have very many ladies. So kindly, the PCMF do something on that end. Also, the teachers are required to use the CBC mode of teaching as a requirement. And this one needs a little bit of training and a little bit of more time and preparation. In conclusion, on behalf of PCA Kawasukari Brigade Company, I take this opportunity to thank our chaplain, Reverend JC, and in his absentia, Reverend Mainge, for his prayers and support. Our CBM, led by Elder Chege, it is not once or twice that we have called him impromptu. Our finance committee, thank you so much. The session, for your good policies. Our patron, Elder Samuhende, who's always with us and always giving us a listening ear. The pastoral team, the executive team, for always being on call. Parents, the entire congregation, and to our dear boys and girls, we really appreciate your effort, and we ask that you keep the faith and education burning, all for the glory and honor of God. Thank you very much.